Oh, looks can be deceiving, little one.
Go ahead.
Okay. She has
Mm,
no idea what the hell you said.
Go ahead, show her. Show her your magical sword.
The one you
Slay them
have?
like you have it. I gave it to
You
you, remember?
you didn't give it to me.
But I did.
You didn't end up giving it to me.
If his Piff's intention was that Patrick gave you the
Okay,
sword,
fine.
it was-
Okay, I'll have the sword. I take out the sword and I wield it up high, trying to make a show of it.
Mhm. She just looks at the non-lit sword and she's like, okay.
But wait, there's more, and I'll light it.
And then she gives a shock and a jump, and then you hear the gruff voice saying, "Melissa, get back over here! Stop bugging those men. What did your mother say?" And she scampers back to her father, and he goes, Go bug your mother." And he kind of just looks at you across the camp, and he crosses his arms, and he shakes his head.
All right, I'll extinguish it, and I just shrug, and I put the sword back.
You gave her what he wanted, but you know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
can't blame a guy from trying. Jeez.
interesting. So let's see here. We'll say, um, I'm assuming Al and Mila, are you heading back to where Patrick and Tom are with your new prize?
I would assume so, yes.
Okay. Um, while you go there, you can you notice that a few of the militia guards are traveling with you, and soon enough they arrive at Patrick's ATV alongside of you, and they say, uh, "Sorry for the odd request, but Mr. Perrin has, or Finger, I guess, has found out that you're back in town, and they asked us to guard your uh, vehicle here until you talk with him.
I
I hope you
would
don't
much
mind
appreciate.
us standing
Yeah,
by.
Can
that'd
we
be
go
fantastic.
visit Sasha?
You can park Sasha right next to it, sure. Or right next to Patrick.
Sasha?
Their main interest is
Sa-
Sasha?
Sasha is his
Sasha's
dog.
dog.
Oh, Sasha, sorry. I thought you were
I was
What's
like,
your fucking bike's
Melissa.
name? Melissa.
Melissa.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
Mm.
Sasha.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
Sasha's not there. Sasha's with parents, so.
I thought you were gonna say. Oh, well, I thought you were about to say Sasha was dead, and I was gonna be like, no.
Sasha's dead.
It's only been like 2.5 weeks, so.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been long
Anywho.
for that. It's been on for two.
Has it? Oh, anyways. Uh anyways,
Mhm.
and they say, all right, all right. But they say, parents just at his place. He says you know where to find him. You don't have to rush there right now, but he'd appreciate it if you saw him within the next hour, just so, it's not wasting our time.
All right.
Okay? And, they have their body armor, their laser rifles. Clearly, once again, no one's making any bold moves against your vehicles, against the ATV. If anything, now they're staring even. They stopped staring for a while, and now they're staring even more because now there's got to be something because now there's official militia guarding the vehicle, right? So more whispers, more curiosity, but no one approaches.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So what would you folks like to do next? When you pass by number 15, number 16 there, just as a reminder, that's a converted hangar bay, mostly used for repairs of power armor, robots, vehicles, and body armor.
Maybe we should repair our armor like really quickly, or
I would like that.
So would I.
All right.
I've got 7 damage on my helm left.
By the way, Inferno, if you don't mind, I'm going to use a thing, like if you're saying at number 16 and whatnot, I might draw a circle around it for viewers.
Yeah, do whatever you
Like, wow, yes, that
Whoa, what did you fucking do?
that worked. That worked perfectly.
Best.
How do I undo that? How do I?
Here,
There we go.
got it.
You know what? Maybe I should just leave that to you.
Yeah.
You know what you could do just with your
Right there.
pointer click? You can always just do that. You can always
Yeah.
just ping it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
stop drawing circles. Oh yeah, there we go.
Fuckers.
Whoops.
It's fine. It's
Yeah, it's good. All right.
Blob of green.
Just I'm gonna do it just like this. Oh, you mean just blocking out the picture that I fucking wrote? Spent time drawing. Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Just-
Doing it wrong.
all
Anytime.
right. Anyway, okay. So you want to get your helmet repaired, there, Tom? Correct.
Mine too.
Okay. Now, is there any body armor, or is it just the helmet?
Oh no, my body armor is in dire need of repair. It's down to where
Actually,
is my
for the
body?
sake of simplicity, why don't you tell me how many mega damage need to be repaired, and I can give you the quote that the operator will give you.
I need 20 mega damage.
Okay, total. All right.
I need. Hang on a second. I can figure this out. Mine's normally 70, so hang on. 50 plus 19, so 16. No, I'm sorry. 39, I think, is what I need.
All right, so practically 40. All right. For Tom, they say, you know what? You might as well just get a new helmet. That'll cost you about 7,000. So that'll make your life a whole lot easier, because we can repair this, but by the time all the parts that we're going to use, we're probably just going to be ripping straight from a helmet on its own. So might as well just get your own. So 7,000.
That would also include my helmet as well, the figure I gave you. So they
Okay.
might, since mine was even worse off than his.
Yeah. So 7,000 for the helmet, and now for your body armor, it's probably going to be another 10,000 to repair it properly.
Okay.
And is Coalition Dead Boy armor very abundant, or?
Not abundant, but totally repairable. And they have,
They have other helmets?
they do have other helmets for that one.
Okay.
Yes.
Then fine.
Coalition, that obviously used by the military.
Mhm.
However, enough of it has been smuggled of it and pilfered from them over the years and years and years and years and years they've been in power and made that armor, that a lot of adventurers actually use Coalition armor and just paint it a different color. So they'll get a new helmet and just paint it to match your body armor.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, you'll probably want to take 24,000 away from your credit totals, please.
On it.
And by the end of the day, you should have repaired body armor.
Awesome.
Woo.
All right, and let's see here. As you're traveling as well, you do pick up the raw information that just through rumors or overhearing people or maybe a question or two. This is very, very general knowledge. But in about a week's time, Parents Traveling Show, and they're constantly referred to as the Endless Story Keepers. They're going to be arriving to Parents Post in about a week's time or so. And the reason why things are just so busy and people are so excited is that they come in and restock at Parents' Place after every 4 months. So 3 times a year. So that's why it's called the Tri-Year or Tri-Season Festival. And Finger absolutely loves it. He is very endeared to the Endless Story Keepers. And so what he does, he arranges for a 3-day feast and festival, and he pays them to do an extra show at Parents Post. And before they rest up for 2 weeks and get resupplied and practice their new acts and everything like that. So it's like a big grand finale. And apparently Finger throws quite the party from what you overhear. And a lot of the locals in the area and a lot of travelers who travels through Parents Post or nearby, they make a stop around these times just to check out the festivities, because Perrin pays the tab. So the food is free and the entertainment's free. And considering Endless Story Keepers, one of their mainstay shows is to show old pre-riffs movies, people come by the droves. So even though it's only a week away, a lot of the local inns are starting to fill up quite a bit. And a lot of locals make some extra money by renting out their farmsteads to travelers for, a few months. So, but like I said, this is general, like, for example, while Patrick and Tom are waiting by the Vis, they overhear this kind of buzz and excitement of being like, oh, well, we'll have to camp here because, the inns brought up their prices. We can't afford it. Thank goodness Perrin doesn't pays for everything. You know what I mean? So that sort of conversation. So, anyways, what would you folks like to do next? Obviously, you can go through the checkpoint, no problems. You just, once again, have to check in all your mega damage armor and all of your weapons. Even, your pistols and shotguns and knives and everything like that. Do any of you try to sneak anything past the guards?
No, I don't need to sneak anything past my guards, but when we do get in, I want to stop by where we stay to pick up my other Neuroblade.
Where you stayed? Oh,
Yeah.
you mean in Perrin?
If you remember the first time we came in, I snuck a Neuroblade in, and I said whenever I leave, I want to make sure to leave that one behind in wherever our lodgings are, so that I always have a blade inside the town.
Well, last time you stayed at Perrin's home, his mansion, so I'm assuming you stashed it there.
I seem to remember
Unless-
us.
yeah,
right
we-
before we left, we were at the
Oh
hotel.
yeah,
Yeah.
you were at the Goldsmith Inn. That's right,
Mhm.
because Perrin wasn't. You weren't guests with him indefinitely. You're
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't want to sneak anything in, but I would like to. That would want to be my first stop when we get inside.
Okay. All right. So you stop over at the Goldsmith, and sure enough, there are only 3 rooms left, plus a large common room as well that still has some vacancies, but only 3 individual rooms left. For the sake of convenience, we'll say you're able to retrieve your Neuroblade. More than fine. And sure enough, you find out you actually run across Alicia. She's obviously she's staying at the Goldsmith Inn as well, and she was having. Oh, by the way, this time it's around like late afternoon. I'm sorry, late morning, so around 11 o'clock or so. So it looks like she's having herself an early lunch. Alicia's looking pretty good actually. She's still skinny, but not like dangerously skinny. Her complexion's very good. She looks hale and hearty, and she seems to be moving around a lot better and with a lot more energy. And so when she sees you folks enter, she gives a smile and she waves you on over. And she clearly says, she's like, "Oh, it's good to see you again. I was wondering when you'd be back in town. How's your wild goose chase?"
I would immediately sit down next to her cheerfully. Look at you! You look like only 3 steps away from death, and start like kind of checking her over, like doctorly.
Yeah.
Making sure
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
okay.
And Mila is gonna run up and give her a hug and be like, "Hi, Alicia! It's so good
Oh.
to see you."
Okay. Alicia isn't used to that sort of affection, but she doesn't push you away or anything like that. She kind of just gives like a shy or sheepish like little squeeze hug back.
Like,
Pat,
"Yeah."
little pat on your shoulder. No, like she doesn't look. She's like, "Oh yeah, here it is." It's more of a like it was like just unexpected, so to speak,
Mhm.
right? She goes, "Oh yeah, it's good to see you too." she said, and yeah, you give her a look over. She makes it quite clear that she's not doing a strip full physical here.
No,
for you there.
yeah, he wants to. I would make it as like how to put it. He wants to check her over, but not to the point where
It's clear that he's doing that.
yeah, no, to the point where he knows it would make her uncomfortable. So he doesn't want to seem pushy. He's just giving her a quick look over.
Okay, fair enough. Here, give me a medicine check then. I guess you could say you're a paramedic. Check.
All right. Yes, because the cat is out of the bag. Hang on a second. That is 80. So,
Oh, we had a squirrel.
aha, classy.
And the squirrel's still in the box.
Do these
All right.
boxes-
That's underneath the skill. So yeah.
Is Mila just carrying the box around with her?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
assuming so. Yeah.
When are we gonna open this?
You can- Anyway, you were able to ask her about 4 or 5 questions before. It's not that you make her uncomfortable, but it's more like, oh, listen, do we have to just keep talking about this, Doc? I'm not getting any fainting spells anymore. Yes, I'm eating 3 meals a day.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
I've
no.
doubled
Oh,
my
I
calories.
must have misworded it. I'm not actually going to ask her any questions. I'm just giving her a casual
Oh, a
glance
visual?
up, a
Okay.
visual. Yeah, the whole point is to not put her into that stance, to be as unobtrusive as possible, and just make sure she's doing okay.
Okay. Yeah. No. She she looks fine. Like I
Okay.
said, good complexion. She's probably gained maybe about 20 pounds, which is really good. But she was dangerously underweight, so
Yeah.
it looks good. She's looking good.
Mhm.
She's looking fine. Not up to what her normal body mass was, but much better.
Good.
And yeah, it's also clear by your check too. She's been exercising regularly too, so
Mhm.
nothing has really atrophied or anything like that. And she's even moving around just fine. And she says, "Well, all right. Well, tell me what's been going on. I've just been sitting in this damn room doing laps around Perrin's Post. I swear, I think I know every stitch of log that they have in every single of these buildings I've been around so much."
We killed like 2 demons.
Really?
It was. Well, actually, no. It wasn't particularly the most pleasant thing, but we did it though. Right.
2?
It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, 2. What did you think the Wyuk was? A rain security
Oh,
guard?
right. Right, yeah.
It was a
I
bunny
forgot
rabbit.
about him. I'm
And
sorry.
she,
I
looks
got
she
hit
looks
on the
over the
head.
top and she says, "Oh, I see very memorable demons by the looks of it."
No, I got hit on the head pretty hard.
Well, to
Sorry.
be fair, Mila and I didn't get a good look at one of them.
Yeah,
Oh.
we didn't.
I'm
Mila
sorry.
Kind of, like, glances over, like, what did I do to make you so mad at me?
Sorry.
All right. By the sounds of it, it looks like our meal ticket, this traveling show of fingers, is gonna be showing up in a week or so. I've already talked with the guy himself, and he says he'll sign me on as a guard, and it's my understanding that you're gonna be coming along as well. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
speak about meal ticket. Lunch is on me.
She's like, no. She and she's quite insistent on this. I appreciate it. You're very, very kind. However, you already gave me 5,000 credits that I gotta earn off. I would rather just pay my own way.
Okay.
But she says, she notices that you look a little sad. She's like, but you know what they say? It's the thought that counts, and I appreciate it. All right.
I pull out a gold coin. And is like, I don't know what to do with this.
A gold coin?
Yeah, from the stash of whatever. I thought there
It
was
was jewels.
just
It
jewels?
was jewels. Yeah, like jewels, gems, rings, necklaces, jewelry. Not
Okay.
actual gold coins.
Oh,
I
okay,
wanted
the
to make that
picture
pretty
confused
clear
me.
because unlike a fantasy context where people use gold coins as currency, in this post-apocalyptic where a lot of the currency is digital, the valuables will be in the form of jewelry, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you
okay.
could say you took out like a ring or like
I
know,
would probably
silver
take out like an emerald, like a smaller emerald. I'm like, I'm just not sure.
he
Like,
looks
how
at
much
you.
would
She's like,
this-
"You keep giving me gifts, and every time men try to give me gifts, it only makes me think of one thing because they typically only think about one thing." We talked about this before, Patrick.
And I think I would say yes, and obviously you missed it before, but Patrick doesn't really get that kind of joking. He's not your average guy.
He's like looking around like he's lost. Like, what's the...
He's like, "It's
I-
okay."
I don't know.
Alicia, And I think I was like, Alicia, I know this might take some time getting used to, but we've decided that you should be a part of our group, and as such, we will treat you as a friend. And I know true friends may be hard to come by in this world, but that's simply all Patrick is doing, is treating you as a
I'm going
friend.
to look to Mila and be like, do you know how... Does this get me, like, a sandwich or something? And she's holding up, like, an emerald.
Hang on, let me find out. Mila's gonna try and grab the emerald and run over.
I look at Patrick like wide-eyed and stupidly, and then I think about it. Or Alicia, Patrick's just really not sure what that does.
Fair enough. And she looks at Al and she says, "Listen, you don't have to be all official about all this. I'll be traveling with you guys fine, and as far as people go, you're pretty stand-up in my opinion, considering you've saved my life more than a few times. So yeah, if you want to make it all official, say friends, then so be it. We're friends, but I'm not normally used to that. I'm normally just the traveling people and getting used to each other's company. So.
I can tell. The simple fact that you say friendship is making it official. I understand. We will do our best to improve your comfort with that term.
Okay. Don't get too comfortable, though. That'll make me soft. Although I guess I could use a little softening up still, eh? Anyway, she says, "Oh, are you hungry? Do you want to join me to eat? I can fill you in on some stuff, or do you have something else to do?"
Mila's still holding the box in her hand, just kind of like gripping it tighter and tighter.
She looks over to the box and she's like, "Did you get me a present or something? You're looking kind of anxious."
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no, that's Jackie.
Mila quick grab the box and like tries to wrap her arms around it comfortably and like no, just holding it close to her.
Al's just like straight, just completely innocently. Oh, no, that's Jackie.
You named your box Jackie?
No,
not
no,
the box.
Jackie's in the box. Oh, wait, that doesn't sound any better. Jackie is a robotic squirrel.
Oh, okay. I thought when I was in the clinic and I was recuperating, I thought I heard you said robotic squirrel, and I could have swore I misheard it. But now, I see you actually mean robotic squirrel.
Mhm.
Character turns, like, with a very, like, solemn face going, like, yeah, I didn't believe it either when they told me.
Yeah. She goes, "All right, well, I don't want to take any time between you and Jaxie there." And she says that she's mispronouncing the word, but she's like, "Yeah, well, just come visit anytime."
Well,
I'll
actually,
see you soon.
we were just on our way to go meet Perrin, who asked to speak to us. If you have any interest in coming along.
Sure. And she says, she kind of just gives a shrug, and she takes a few more mouthfuls of the hamburger that she was eating. And she says, "Well, full mouth, well, you know, I'm not really one for highfalutin folk, but I wouldn't mind taking a peek around his mansion again. It's beats just hanging around here for a little while. So, all right, she'll join you."
Woot.
Yay! Let's go.
Is,
All right.
Oh wait.
Is Al carrying around the large book?
Yeah, I guess I would be.
I will probably ask him about such things.
Oh, it's the instruction manual for Jackie.
It's not a... It's probably not easy to use, right? Oh, if you need any help, I can try to read through such things.
Well, I'm sure I've got it, but of course, you're welcome to read it after I do, and if I do need any help, you will obviously be with me every step of the way.
His demeanor became from more like he was more kind of like casually doing that, and then just slowly like his face went to more of like a, I probably really want to read this book.
It's funny too. Al would too, but more from Al's a trained operative, trained to read every scrap of intelligence / know everything he can about anything. So it's not so much the curiosity that Patrick has, more just the training. But yes,
The training's kicking in.
exactly.
Fair enough. On your way to Parents' Place, since you're traveling with Alicia, she pipes up. She's now that she's feeling a little better, she's a little more talkative too, by the sounds of it. And she goes, "Oh, did you hear about the Broadkill demon? Since you said you guys were fighting a couple demons before, I wonder if you heard about this one already."
Is
Road to kill?
No, Broadkill, not as in something that you hit, but something that you hit that starts with a B. Broad. That's what they call the damn things anyway. Apparently one was hanging around the farmland killing a lot of the livestock. Perrin let out a bounty for some things, and apparently some hotshot tracker named Elsie Rogers found it and killed it. I actually know Elsie pretty well. We used to. She joined up with a few caravans that I guarded. She's a little big for her britches. She could use a little humility, but now that she got the 50,000 bounty, I don't think humility is going to be coming anytime soon. It's too bad, she says. If I was in any condition, I probably would have found and killed that thing before she did. But what can you do, huh?
I think Al, he shakes his head and he goes, all those years doing looks around, what I did, not once did I ever come across a demon. Now it's like I meet one every Wednesday.
Well, I guess that's what happens out here in the real world, so to speak. You cushy you cushy doctor types. She says that and then she kind of corrects herself. You doctor types are too busy being insulated. So I'm sure a lot of your targets weren't. A lot of your patients weren't demons after all. They were all flesh and bloods like the rest of us.
I suppose.
Anywho, anything else you guys want to talk about, or can we just move the next scene to old Perrin's mansion?
I'm good to moving.
You're
I'm good to moving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Moving on up.
yeah, say it. Where?
All right. So, sure enough, you're welcomed into Perrin's place, and soon, just in his meeting room, his conference room that you've been to before, sure enough, Perrin's there, and Sasha's at his side. He's just giving a little pet across their
drop
ears.
the box and run to Sasha.
Sure.
Okay, she
Sure.
drops the box and runs to Sasha and starts petting
You-
Sasha.
You don't have to give permission for that. unless
Can I-
you're like, "Hey,
Can I try and catch the box before it hits the floor?
Yeah, sure. Try to catch the box before it hits the wooden floor for sure. Let's see here. You know what? We'll just do opposed rolls. And we'll see if you get a higher than Mila. So no bonuses, just because this is just a fluke, a chance roll. So Mila roll a d20, Al roll a d20, and we'll go from there.
Well,
Nope.
poop.
You do not catch the box. She's just not far enough away, and sure enough, the box goes crashing to the ground, and she goes and Finger kind of gives a bit of a flinch at that. But
And Al just
Right
kind of
on.
like he has his arms outstretched trying to catch it, and then he just leaves them there, and then looks from Mila to the box like ah, and then he picks up the box and inspects it.
Hi,
Alright,
I hope
Perrin.
there
Go to
wasn't anything
Sasha.
important there.
yeah.
She's saying hi to Perrin and looking down at Sasha and saying hi again, like, how are you? Looking down at Sasha and grrr.
Now, Perrin gives a chuckle, be like, normally I'm offended when Sasha gets more attention than me, but in this case, I think I'll make a bit of an exception. And he says that with a little bit of affection, remembering the last conversation that you had. Yeah, Sasha's happy to see you. She's still sitting down, but her big old German Shepherd doggy face is happy to see
Well, Perrin, if you want, I can scratch you behind your ears too.
you. He's like, that's not a problem. Although you can scratch a different itch I might have, which is the itch of interest. I was radioed soon after you came in with Dr. Fincher, no less, that you had an interesting, how could I say, attachment to your vehicle. In addition, it appeared that you were bursting to the seams with valuable materials. And when I hear those two things, like dragon skull and human materials, I'm human materials, don't mind me, and valuable gems. I just have to see the owners, and considering you and I are good business friends, I figured I'd welcome you here and give you a little bit of protection because although I can control things inside the fort here quite a bit, things are getting quite busy, and you don't want to take any chances with valuable merchandise.